Greetings, adventurers, and well-met Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Master of Dungeons TV. Welcome in to Horror Week Night 3 here on the channel. We are celebrating Horror Week and observance of Halloween this Friday, so we figured we'd bring in some fun horror games to play this week. We had our one-shot on Sunday evening, the Hollow Feast. We played some horror-themed games yesterday. We had played a horror-themed game this morning. And tonight we're playing Vecna, Eve of Ruin, because, I mean, that's kind of horror just in and of itself. You have a godlike archlich trying to destroy existence, and that is what our players are trying to come through and prevent. They have been hopping all over the multiverse trying to find the Rod of Seven Parts that the Wizards 3, Morden, Kanan, Tasha, and Alestriel of Silvermoon believe will aid them in stopping Vecna from his evil plot. When last we left them, they were in Oworth on the Isle of Serpents, making their way through the Tomb of Wayward Souls, a tomb very... As one of the players said, Tomb of Horrors Light, where they were able to find Rirak, a simulacrum of Asirarak, who is one of the liches that created the Tomb of Horrors and such like that. And they have gathered the sixth rod piece, which Blink now carries. Unfortunately, our player that is playing Blink had a work emergency, is most likely not going to be with us this evening. Which is okay, because we've got a way to handle that and deal with it, which we will take care of here in a moment. But the characters were able to make their way out of the Tomb of Wayward Souls with Rirak in tow, and they were heading back to the archaeological site, campsite, I should say, where the archaeologist Lisa and some others were there, trying to excavate the Tomb of Wayward Souls, trying to find some different artifacts and pieces that were important to Lace's culture and her people that used to live and make their homes on the Isle of Serpents. So the characters have returned, and what they're going to be doing is determining which items that they found, because Lace did say that she would pay them 2,500 gold pieces each for each one of the items. That if the characters wanted to return them, and I believe there were 6 items in total, correct?
Looks like it.
Excellent. So what we're going to do, we are waiting for for Devana to fix some technical issues. They should be back very, very soon. And once they get back, we will have Devana go through, and we're going to go through and have the players remind chat who they are playing. Of course, sadly, we will be without Blink this evening. I'm sure that makes Das very unhappy. But let's go ahead and, for those that are here currently while we're waiting, let's go ahead and have Agnoth remind everyone who you are playing, if you would please.
All right, Agnoth is the party's artificer. He's an armorer specifically, the one with the giant sort of, not really mech suit, but there's a resemblance. It's just magical armor, really. He is a gnoll from the setting of Exandria, and kind of went away to study magic at some point. Turned into more or less like the mad inventor sort of trope, and eventually met up with the 10 eels, who we are mostly with today. And various adventures ensue, but the current one is this sort of multiversal romp to put a stop to Vecna's plans.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much, Agnoth. And then we have Captain Renly.
Hey everybody, I like to think I put the romp in that multiversal romp. I'm Captain Renly, I am level 16, going on 17, a Pact of the Tome, Aasimar, Fathomless Warlock, and when I don't have my trusty sidekick Blink, I revert to my other trusty sidekick Stumpy, who is my incorporeal tentacle who I summon to bat things.
All right, thank you, Captain Ridley. And then we have Das.
Yes, Das is going to resist the temptation to make some comparisons between Stumpy and Blink. And instead we'll just focus on himself, because that's what he likes to do, because Das is the best. Das is a 6'8" Minotaur. With his horns, he stands well over 7 foot. He likes to think he stands taller than Agnoth, though technically probably Agnoth is taller by pure body height. Regardless, Das is a sort of enormous creature. He is a paladin from the other Kryn, the Kryn from the setting of Dragonlance, where he played with this group of folks the Shadow of the Dragon Queen adventures, but in this case he got blipped over, or a copy of him got blipped over to be blipped with these blips to try to save the universe from the evil god Vecna. He likes to think of himself as the herald of the return god, all of the returned gods of Kryn now, so he's been tapping a bit more into some of the neutral or even evil sides of the Kryn pantheon as necessary to ensure that this false god Vecna is thrown down.
All right.
Lord, he, him.
Thank you, Das. By the way, for chat and for our players, I'm not sure if you had noticed, I believe it was yesterday, Polygon.com had a article about them bringing back the original, Margaret Tracy, Laura Tracy's wife, and such to some more Dragonlance adventures in the 2024 rules.
Joe Manganiello as well.
Yes,
too.
Joe Manganiello with them as well. So that looks to be interesting for the Dragonlance fans out there. All right, thank you, Das. And then we have Davana.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Davana. Davana is a Twilight cleric responsible for keeping this group alive. She is one of the original 10 eels from way back, but considers Doss one of the party now, too. She is custom lineage. She might be a dark elf, but she's covered with celestial tattoos and has a tail. If you ask her where she's from, she'll point to the farthest mountain and say, "From the other side of the mountain." And if you get her drunk, she will swear that no one is after her. But luckily, she's found her life purpose in keeping this crew alive.
All right, thank you very much, Davana. And then we have Minerva.
Hello, Dana here, playing Minerva Moore. She's a custom lineage aberrant mind sorcerer. She hails from Port de Molly in the Menagerie Coast from the Call of the Nether Deep campaign. And she is the proprietor of a curiosity shop where, she trades in our odd artifacts. And sometimes she will go off on adventures trying to find such items. And in doing so, she met up with most of these eels, except for Doss, of course, who is a welcome addition to our party. At least Minerva finds him so. And she also has a thing for tentacles. She kind of has an invisible one that will try and slap people around, and sometimes rescue her party members from dangerous situations so she can pull them close. So she is very excited about finding all these artifacts, and is hoping maybe to bargain for one of these with Leza, but she's not sure if that's going to happen.
All right, thank you, Minerva. And speaking of Leza, your crew is returning from the Tomb of Wayward Souls, making your way back along the beach. The Tomb of Wayward Souls, the exit, which there was an exit from the tomb, in the very back of the crypt room, the crypt vault behind the platinum doors. And the door was locked, but you did, of course, have Rarak's platinum skeleton key, and it's a cave tunnel that leads to the beach about 1 mile south of the archaeologist's camp, with Rarak accompanying you, having decided that he is no longer going to be in the service of Asirak, especially after you had informed him of Asirak's notes, that Asirak found it very humorous that the simulacrums had some sort of free will and his control over them as tools, and he found that very thing to be a source of fun for him. And Rirak has decided to no longer serve them. And as you had witnessed, he had crushed the emerald gems that were in his eyes that were part of Asirak's control, and now his eyes just burn with flame of being a simulacrum of an archlich. And as you're returning to the camp, you do note that the sky above is fairly clear with very clear skies. The moon is out, and you note that the constellations are unlike any constellations you have ever seen before, knowing that you are on the planet of Orth, an area known as the Grey Hawk space, with your characters being somewhat familiar with spell jamming and concepts of it. Agnoth probably being the most versed in it, and start making your way back to the camp. As you arrive at the camp, you see that there is a couple of low fires burning on the beach, with a little bit of some wind blocks set up to keep the fires going. The wind does pick up a little bit. You can hear the sounds of the ocean, and the waves kind of crashing on the beach. A few, maybe 25, 30 yards to the south of you, as you make your way. I'm sorry, to the west of you, as you make your way up to the north, back to the archaeologist's camp. As you do, you note that one of the archaeologists, one of the members of the group, if you recall, there was Marion, their mage. There was also the priests of Celestian, Vogrin, and Talo. And you note that Talo is kind of on watch and kind of sees your approach and rises to greet you. And he stops upon seeing Rirak.
Oh, yeah, someone's gonna have to explain this to them.
And his face is kind of one of terror almost. He kind of stands frozen, and he glances down at his orc companion, the other priest, and then kind of slowly turns his eyes back to look to Miriam, who's sleeping in a bedroll near the fire.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's not the original.
Yes, he's had a change of, well, not heart, I say, but
You
mind?
hear Rirak kind of chuckle. I expected such belief.
Change of eyes? I saw your eyes change. Was it that?
I believe it is more that I wish to pursue my own course.
Well said.
I mean you no harm, he says to Talo, and Talo kind of looks for a moment. And go ahead and Rinley and Minerva give me a persuasion.
Alrighty. Oh shoot, where's my character sheet? I'll do it from here. Hopefully this will work.
Ooh, nice. So you kind of mentioned the notes and such that you found speaking with Rirak and such. Talo does seem to lessen their guard a bit. Says, well, I should rouse Leza and, of course, Marion. Marion, if this is indeed true, will be extremely excited to meet Rirak, you said? Yes.
Yeah, he wants to be a help. He wants to create his own life. So I offered him a job back where I come from, but he said he'd rather stay here.
He, like many, was under someone's thumb, and now that they no longer are, would like to do something else.
I see. Well, let me fetch the two of them, and I'll return shortly. And you kind of see him reach down, and a bit of sand kicks up as he kind of nudges Borgin, the orc priest, awake. And it's like, what? And he kind of whispers down to him a few things, and you see the orc first set up very quickly, looking in your direction, and then he kind of calms him down a bit, and says, what? And he kind of wipes his eyes, and kind of trying to toss away the sleep, and sees that and kind of stands up and quickly grabs some of his vestments, and you definitely see him grab his holy symbol, and they kind of retreat and wake up Lesa. And she returns fairly shortly as you see Talo and Bogren invite you into the camp to the fire.
Hello,
Lesa
hello.
does return. She's like, I heard the strangest tale, and I don't know if I'm still dreaming before I'm awake, and she kind of stops mid-sentence as she sees Rirak with your group. Okay, it's not a dream, she says.
Nope. No, we freed him basically from having to stay in the temple forever, and yeah, he wants to create his own life now.
And as Lesa begins to respond to you, you hear, "Oh, by the gods!" And you see, kind of coming from around behind Lesa, you see Marion, the wizard. If you recall, you do have one of Marion's secrets. Is that, let me double check our notes here. That Marion has held a lifelong fascination with the Archlich Sirak, its evil magic. And he is like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe my ears when Taylor said such things. And she kind of starts to slowly walk forward. And Rirak kind of looks down to her and nods as he stands there with the staff in front of his body. He goes, might I ask you some questions, please? He's like, surely. And two of them kind of go off onto the side as the other archaeologists are all kind of waking up with this news. I believe there was like maybe 8 or 12 of them there with the company that Lesa brought. She just kind of shakes her head and says, oh my goodness, well, what interesting developments, if interesting is the proper word for it. I see that you have survived the Tomb of Wayward Souls. Did you happen to find anything that we were searching for?
Yes, actually, we found everything on the list. Minerva, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yep, found them all.
Go ahead. I was just saying her eyes brighten with hope.
Right, and I'll give it to Minerva because I know, Danny, you had said like you were interested in one of the items.
You know, it's like she doesn't want to trick. She's like, and she's not super invested. Minerva's not super invested, but she's like, well, we did, and we worked really hard, and I was quite determined when it came to these this copper tablet, and I kind of endangered most of my party to get a hold of them. I don't know. Would you be willing to trade anything for them, or are they really like necessary for your, historical research?
What does it do? She says.
Did we find out what we did?
Yeah, you know that there's a manual of bodily health, I believe is what it was.
Yeah. Well, it kind of helps you, become more hardy, durable, able to withstand things a little bit better.
I see.
That's what we've discovered, and it would be helpful pretty much for anybody to read and learn from.
So basically, with you and Agnoth, both of you give me a simple Arcana check, as you kind of, if you wanted to explain to her exactly what it does.
Okay. Agnoth did it way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Agnoth,
you're
you're able to give kind of one of my theses in my many degrees about this topic, and you start going through explaining, and she pauses when you mention that book is magical, increases your mechanically your constitution and stuff, but it loses its magic but regains it after 100 years.
Yeah.
She kind of tilts to the side and I would acquiesce, perhaps allowing you, foregoing, of course, the coin for the magics for it, to perhaps stay here for the next few days while you read the codex, and then once its magic has been used, perhaps allow me to keep it with my people.
That's totally up to the rest of my party if they want to stay here, or if we feel that time is of the essence, because it kind of is. I don't want to hold this up at all.
I would rather not do anything I regret, which includes not letting you spend a couple days reading this, and then we go up and see yet another lich of some sort who has a similar spell to the one we saw a few weeks ago, so sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here, here.
The money is not that important.
No.
And we need to wait somewhere a few days to read it, because we definitely want to read it before we go on our next adventure, so here seems fine.
For sure.
Okay. So basically what we'll do is you can spend about 8 hours a day researching it and such like that. You also do feel the inklings of power have grown within yourselves from having discovered the sixth rod piece. So over the course of the next 6 days, obviously since the majority of everything has been taken care of, and most of the traps, Rirak will go in with Marion and Lysa and explore the rest of the tomb, looking for just to see if there's anything else in there. But if you all want to take your coin, I believe it was would have been what you said, 12,500.
Yeah, it's 12,500 if we do all of them. But are you saying so we'll do it just an even 10 now and not take the gold for the book?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I think it would be more if Minerva's getting the book, she just won't take the gold, right? So you guys could split that with you guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that that's
so
still up to your
10.
group. Yeah, that's still up to your group.
So 10,000, but you're saying instead of taking my split.
Yeah.
Well, instead of you taking the split, it'll be 2,000 apiece for everyone then outside of Minerva. I gotcha. Yeah, you can do that. But as I mentioned, you did find the sixth rod piece. Blink doesn't seem to be getting any reading from it. It might need to be read back in sigil. But you can spend the next 6 days training and resting and leveling up to level 17. Go ahead and level up to 17. Welcome in, Tiger. Welcome in, Mandy.
Tier 4.
Tier 4. Welcome to Tier 4.
All right. Well, I guess that means long rest and everything else, so...
Oops. Got the S and the sparkles. There we go. Welcome in. For chat, we are playing a hybrid version of 2014 and 2024 rules of 5 and 5.5. So the characters are taking the average hit points. They're using 2014 rules for their characters' species and class abilities, using the 2014 spells. We're using some of the 5.5 rules, like using heroic inspiration as a reroll. We're also using the passing through your allies does not cost extra movement, and a few other small things here and there.
Regarding hit points, so we move ourselves back down to, we lose the hero's feast, right?
Yes, and that was 11 hit points, I believe.
Correct. That's
I have
notes.
16.
You have 16.
There was an extra 5 from aid.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
And then, Devana, do our temporary hit points stick? Oh, actually, I guess, do I have temporary hit points?
Not for a long rest.
Okay.
Short rest, yes. Long rest, no.
Got it.
But, as soon as we get into danger, I will fix that.
Good.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to go through, since that is going to increase your temporary hit point possibility to a 23 max. We'll go ahead and put that for everybody's second box in their oops. What's going on here?
Yes, and what I got from leveling up is an increased ability for my Twilight Sanctuary. Now, if you are in my Twilight Sanctuary, you have half cover.
Ooh, amazing. So that's plus
Yeah.
2 AC, yes?
Wow. That's nice.
I have to reload my roll 20.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we can riff about our newfangled whatever thing is. Yeah. So level 17, does that mean you have 9th level spells?
It does
Yes.
indeed.
Yeah.
And I took Mass Heal, which gives me a pool of 700 hit points to distribute.
700?
Yes. I can distribute that to anybody I want to. So, yay, I can heal us all.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, that's like, I'm just trying to look at we're chonky with our hit points by this point, but still, that's like practically the entire party.
That's nice. Yeah. I only get to do it once per long rest. It is my one level 9 spell, but still, that's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. You realize I've had cover.
I got a 6th use of Stumpy.
Nice.
Woohoo!
But I also took Psychic Scream for my 9th level Mystic Arcanum.
Also good spell.
Now we'll have all Stumpy all the time.
Yeah, Stumpy all the time. And I also just got to learn another spell, but that's not as exciting. Anyway, yeah.
Let's see. On paper, paladins look. I get a 5th level spell, Holy Weapon. Great.
Make sure to also check your Dragonlance to see if you get anything from your Knight of Solamnia.
I don't think so, but I'm checking. But the other thing is, to your point, I want to see there my aura. When does that expand to its full size? That might be next level. Oh yeah, it's next level. So yeah, 17's kind of quiet for DOS, believe it or not.
So Renly took Psychic Scream. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, I could shift if you were looking to do something. If you wanted to do that.
It's
you both
just a
can take
flavor.
Psychic Scream, yeah.
It's flavorful. I mean, but I could also take. I could take Wish, and I could take that other great one, Meteor Swarm. If I want a big damage.
I have a very limited list for level 9.
I will let you know, I have no problem with you taking Wish. However, if you cast anything 8th level or lower, that's not a problem. But I do, as a DM with homebrew games, there is always a drawback to any wish that you make outside of the 8th level or lower spells, or the abilities that it lists in there. So if you want to do something else with a wish, there's always going to be some sort of major drawback for it. And
But it's any spell, right?
Yeah, any 8th level or lower spell, or anything that lists in the wish thing, like if you want to give permanent resistance for that wish, casting a wish, you do have to, of course, roll to see if the wish is going to disappear as it would if it's, as long as it's not casting an 8th level or lower spell. But anything outside of those that are listed, there is going to be some sort of drawback, which you will know about ahead of time. I'm not one of those that DMs that's like, well, see how I can screw the players over with this wish. No, I'll let you know what the drawback would be for that particular.
This would be my first time taking Wish.
Ooh.
So there.
Go for it, yeah.
I know. So I'm like, well, yeah, and I think just like having resistance. But if I get to if I also get to cast any spell up to 8th level, I mean, that's kind of fun. I saw somebody do something really fun with Charisma, and I'll have to find the spell that it was. but it did amazing things. Like if you're a high charisma player.
Terrible,
So,
yes. But great.
yeah. I think it was like with glibness or something. Yeah, it was kind of just doing some stuff. All right.
I also like
I'll have to
Minerva in just the thinking of like what wish is and how it typically like exists in like storytelling. That like there's some random items she has collected that have
right.
she like whips out some sort of like whether it's a lamp or a lantern or a candle or a
exactly
monkey's paw or whatever.
Right. No, it's
All the
perfect.
crazy cursed items you can check out today from my earlier stream in Phasmophobia.
All right. Yeah, let's add it. I'm just trying to see what 3 different listings it has there. It has 2014, it has Legacy, and it has... I'm trying to see if there's any difference between that.
All of 2014 would be Legacy, if you're looking at D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
If you're looking in the compendium, you can drag and drop them, and just make sure to drag the 2014 version over.
Yeah.
You can use Character Finder if it's working for you. If it's not working for you, feel free to add them manually. That's fine as well.
It works.
Oh, that's a good question with the legacy stuff. I was just saying I took Power World Heal, and I just noticed there is no legacy choice for it, so that must be a new spell. Are you okay with me taking that? Because I don't see a legacy version of it.
Well, sometimes you're talking about in D&D Beyond, because sometimes if it just hasn't changed. Well, no, I guess if it's not in the new book, I don't know. You have to look
if it's not, everything in 2014 says legacy next to it, even if there's.
Go ahead and search it in the compendium and roll 20. I will just let everyone know D&D Beyond is completely full of more bugs than roll 20 is. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So double check that in the compendium search there.
Okay, will do.
I believe I have all of my books shared, I think. I might not, but they did expand some of that recently, too.
I just pulled up the 2014 Player's Handbook, and I see Power Word Heal in there. So.
Oh, okay, so it is just D&D Beyond not listing both versions.
Might be the same.
I think it's only got the legacy tag if it was updated.
They changed it, yeah.
They changed it? Okay.
Yeah, so if no legacy tag and it is a previous spell, it just means it wasn't updated. Like Counterspell has a legacy tag because they changed it.
Okay, gotcha. I just didn't want to take something that I shouldn't take.
Or also if it was just in the Player's Handbook, but it wasn't in... if it was something from Tasha's or from Xanathar's that wasn't updated as well.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Then that is the new spell I will take.
We're going to go to, while you're working on that, we're going to go to, for the viewers, we're going to go to our text screen real quick. I'm going to reload my browser. We'll be right back.
Let me do it. hit points now.
121 hit points. What? You're out of power word kill range. Nice.
Every once in a while, Renly just looks at his book and looks at Minerva and looks at his book.
If someone power words kills you again, I can power word heal you.
Yeah, but I walk out of a lot of fights without any hit points taken.
True,
too.
true.
Like,
Very few. But then when you do walk out missing some, it's very hairy situation.
It's usually one way or the other with you. They're all gone or they're all there.
It's true. It's true. It's like if it's like area effects and things that are targeting me, then yeah. But if I'm like out of the way, all the melee people are up front, I'm good. So let's see. I guess I never put the Arcane Eye was my psionic.
Those, I only get one or the other of those. Those are both level 9 spells, but they're two very handy heals to now have at my disposal. I'm excited.
Nice.
I wonder what spells Blink gets.
Oh.
What about Agnoth?
I'm getting the crazy maroon box of yours. Okay, it went away. Hopefully that'll change. Sorry, I was getting that whole roll 20. Hey, your roll 20 is lagging. Go ahead, Agnoth.
Nothing I get to choose. There were a couple of automatic ones though, which were Pass Wall and Wall of Force.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Wall of Force, yeah.
Well, that's right. You're considered a hybrid caster.
Mm-hmm.
Level 5 spells.
I have to choose a spell, and I chose Magic Weapon. And I don't know if I get any automatic 5th level spells.
Yeah, it's I think my page is unresponsive. I'm gonna click wait. Hopefully, we don't have to go over to the tech issues again. We'll see what's going on here.
Problem. Oh, I also get Cloud Kill. No one tell Blink that, because that's just gonna be too many annoying smell.
We'll see what happens if we switch over to another map. Wondering, Devana, if what you were having issue with earlier is happening to me in Roll20 as well.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. It was like, you're not authorized to log in. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't recognize your username and password or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, it was a weird error message.
I think it happened to a few of us a few weeks back, wasn't it? Or maybe a month or so ago.
Reboot seemed to fix it, so I hope you don't have to reboot, though.
Or relaunch, just close the exit the game and relaunch the game. See if that helps us. See if that helps us out. Let's see. Game there.
Seems like the other thing we leveled up was our technical difficulties.
Right?
So speaking of spells that Blink gets, I would like to cast a 3rd level spell into his ring. I would like to cast Beacon of Hope into his spell ring before we take our long rest.
Cool.
Sure. Somebody jot that down. That way when Greg, he'll probably watch this anyway. He'll probably update it himself, which is fine, but just in case.
And so if he casts that, then all my heals get max healing. Which is pretty cool. And just to give Greg full credit, Blink Greg full credit, it was his idea, so. I'm not being clever.
But he'll have to make concentration checks, right?
Correct, yes.
Which is good, because he's got a high con.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not as high as Minerva's now. I don't know. Maybe the same.
No, mine is not that high. Still at 16 now.
Oh, okay.
But she has proficiency in save, so in con save, so that's kind of always nice. Well, that's not what I want.
After the server's been interrupted, if you do wrong, we'll attempt to send you back. Be on the safe side. We won't stop doing anything important. Check site status for more info.
That's interesting. I just got a message on Roll20. This game has blocked compendiums. Talk to your GM to request changes.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It just popped up for me. Weird. It's being weird tonight.
It is. Wonder if Blink's making some Halloween rituals with some gremlins.
Put some curses on us. Well, I'm all set with my level up.
Same. The other thing with 17 is our proficiency bonus went up for the last time as well to +6.
+6.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, your DCs or attack rolls, spell attack rolls, or whatever, or any attack roll for that matter.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Also, cantrips are pretty beefy now.
Oh, yeah. 4 pews.
Woohoo!
My goodness. Sorry about the technical difficulties this evening, folks. Obviously something outside of our control.
I blame Blink.
we all blame Blink. And I'm sure that they
Yes.
will happily be accepting it. I'm not sure if it has something to do with. I know that the Blink has a number of token actions that are aligned with some of the scripts that we put in for his echoes. We'll keep going for now.
During the study session, would we get the equivalent of a long rest?
Yes. So that'll be over the course of 6 days. So yes, you definitely have a chance. If you wanted to spend a coin to do anything like brew potions or anything of that nature, or create any spell scrolls or anything like that, you can do so.
I was going to do that if we got back to Sigil, but I could do it. If you're saying I can do it here, I'll spend it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you can use your magics that you have at your disposal over the course of 6 days to make your way to the free city of Greyhawk, to find numerous places throughout the different wards and bazaars to buy, purchase, and sell things that you can normally purchase from the player's handbook and such like that. Magic items you really wouldn't have that much time to do that. Of course, that's what Milena can do for you when you return to Sigil.
Gotcha. I was looking for scrolls, so I'll talk to Milena about that.
I mean, you can still use this stuff since we're using mostly 2014 rules. If you want to use things in the shared campaign to purchase anything from those, feel free to do so.
How much do magical spell scrolls cost?
I have that up. The thing we've been using is like the cantrips, or correct me if I'm wrong on this, Mitch, but this is the list I have. But the cantrips 25, first level 75, second's 150, third is 300, fourth is 500, and fifth is 1,000.
Correct, yes. The shared campaigns handout and your journals there.
All right, I'm going to use 1,000 and get an extra copy of Magical Weapon. So I'll only take 1,000 additional gold.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 1,000 on 2 more superior healing potions.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an extra 1,000 for another bowl.
Thank you.
What do I have now?
I'm going to buy a bunch of spell scrolls.
Since the captain just bought me a bowl, I'm also gonna spend 300 and get 3 more greater healing spells as well, just so we have a little bit of backup of healing spells,
Yeah, I'm gonna
just in case I ever run out of spell slots again.
Oh, I have 2 still.
Minerva, since I was going to give you 1,000 gold for a few scrolls of counterspell, because you use them so much for us.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'll get some of those.
Yeah, I'll give you 1,000 gold for that.
All right. So.
Keep that change. Put it to the shop. And then I'm gonna do the same for dispel magic.
Okay, so that's 3 of them. So.
I'm just rolling out of curiosity to see if I want to spend over 1,000 gold on a potion of supreme healing. I doubt it, but I want to see what the results would be if I did. So I'm going to roll it. Oops. Maybe not. Everything's locking up.
I know. I'm like, what in the world's going on? We'll check something here.
There it goes. It went through. No, 47 hit points doesn't seem worth 1,000 gold. So no, I'm not going to spend 1,000 gold on that. I wanted to see like what it would be. I'm like, what would that roll add up to be? Not enough. The graders and the superiors do the trick.
Well, Down Detector says that Roll 20 seems to be having a couple reports, but nothing major at the moment. Most reported problems are the website, however. 80% of them have been about the website. 20% have been about updates. We're going to do this. All right. Well, everything seems to be being able to be opened and unlocked. I can check stuff. Now that we deleted Blink's token, so it might be something to do with the scripts. They might have done an update on the scripts or something like that. So he and I might have to go back through and re-update his token with the token markers and stuff.
Gotcha.
All right, so once you've gotten yourself leveled up, go ahead and give me a rested check and roll 20. At the end of this time, of course, you will, Minerva, have gained the 2 points in your constitution, and you can, of course, give the book back to Lisa to keep for her people. And of course, in a century, it'll regain its power.
That was a good way to do it. Just borrowed it.
Over the course of 3 or 4 days, Redley, Blink keeps coming to you. It's like, sir, doesn't seem to be working. You see him like banging the rod piece against his hand, kind of shaking it by his ear. He's not talking to me, sir.
I play a variety of different games of giving him clues that I know won't work.
Okay. He'll spend looking at the next few days just trying to figure it out. You see one day you walk by and he's trying to tap it with his rod of his immovable rod. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. He goes, no, this said that it cast the Mirage Arcane, sir, but I'm not sure. Does it have something to do with the Minotaur being with us, maybe?
Hey, just because I know how to do magic and you don't blame it on me.
And Blink, that is quite literally your answer for everything. So you gotta, I think, find a different reason this time around.
Agnolf, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Actually, Brenda, you can give me an Arcana check as well.
It's higher.
Nice. You think about it has something to do with once you get back to Sigil, you do instinctively know that the past few times you've gotten the rod pieces, that once you return to Sigil, it gives you an inclination of where the next rod piece is. That might be the case.
We might have to end our vacation and try again from Sigil.
Should we tell Blink that, though?
Well, is he going to be the one using the piece?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think we did decide that last session, yeah.
He's been kind of occupied while he's been trying to figure the rod out.
Of course, he's been training every day, like the rest of you, working with your new skills and such. You see him off on the beach while Rirak and the other archaeologists are continuing to turn from the Tomb of Wayward Souls with more and more discoveries and things of that nature that Lacey seems to be extremely excited about. But you see Blake every day working on the beach, and he'll go through a few like martial maneuvers here and there, and then he'll stop and he'll run over and he'll pick up the rod piece and he'll shake it and tap it and listen to it for a little bit, and sets it back down and stares at it for a few moments. And you see him flex at it a couple times and it doesn't do anything, so he goes back to working with his sword work.
I mean, look, he seems happy, right?
He does seem happy.
We can tell him when it's time to go.
Yeah.
He does not only seem happy, but he seems a little bit more protective too, because like there's times where you're chatting and you turn around and he's like standing right there and been standing here, sir, for an hour.
Yeah, I felt your breath on my neck, and I ask you not to. Blink, come on.
But
kind of on vacation right now.
After the 6 days, and it is a rather relaxing 6 days, you're able to recoup, come and think of the different places you've been from, where you were first began these small, quests that have led to this massive quest, kind of getting your mind on things. Is there anything you want to discuss with your group before you head back through the portal to the Sanctum?
Do we know what happens once we get this last piece?
I guess we're getting
really
close, aren't we?
Discussed it. They just like if there's no point in really discussing it until you get the point of it. Says from what the wizards have described to you.
I guess we take it back to the sanctuary and talk to the wizards, and they'll figure it out.
Perhaps. So is everyone ready to return to the Sanctum?
Let's do it.
All right.
I think so.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for letting me study those tablets for a while.
I tried to read over your shoulder, but I don't think it worked.
As you return to the sanctum, we will let you know what happens after the ad break. As we do have an ad break coming up here in about 20 seconds. So those of you for chat, feel free to stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, check on your pets, check on your kids, check on a meeting if you happen to be in immediate work, and make sure that no one's called on you yet. But we do have to run 3 minutes, 5 minutes of ads every hour, so we try to do that at the top or bottom of the hour so you don't miss any action. So please stick around. We'll be back in just a few. All right, we're back on the side of the ad break. Just waiting for some of the players to return. Looks like most of them have returned. Again, this is Horror Week on the channel. For those in chat, have this going to get really horror-like here in a moment. Of course, we have our one shot on Sunday evening. It's actually kind of a preview of what we're going to do with our Sunday evening campaigns after they finish up with their Fandelver of Adventures Beyond Fandalen. We're going to be we had a poll up when they'd finished Fandelver and Below, discussing what type of campaign they wanted to do. The winner had gone on to be basically continuing those characters' stories. Of course, we do play Adventures League on Sunday evenings, so we've got them going through the Against the Giants at the moment. And then, of course, we're probably going to finish that up, and then we're going to perhaps maybe do a few sessions of some Tier 4 adventures for them if they want. But we did give them the option to decide that the next campaign was going to be either homebrew in my own campaign world or homebrew in Grim Hollow, which is a setting for D&D by a third-party company. So what I decided to do was to combine those two into a homebrew horror investigation gothic type of campaign where they will be playing adventures. They will start off with first level characters. That was a preview on Sunday evening. For those that haven't had a chance to check it out, make sure to go back if you would and check out the VOD, the video on demand, for horror gothic campaign set in my own domain of dread called the Borderlands. And that is where that adventure took place on Sunday evening, Hollow Feast. I think what we're going to do is expand on that idea. The Hollow Feast just being an example of what the characters would be doing, basically going through and trying to find their grandfather who mysteriously disappeared, who was a renowned paranormal investigator and ghost hunter by the name of Mikhail Ravencrest. And they're basically going through his notes and his old quests and such like that to try to piece together what happened to their grandfather and where he's disappeared. But the characters here are currently looking for the seventh rod piece. Make your way back into the sanctum, and you see as soon as you do, Blink start to kind of stagger down the steps and make his way over to the sofa. Like, sir, something's not right. I'm not sure. And he looks at the rod piece and is like, what?
Link, did you eat the fake fruit again?
No, sir, but, well, maybe, but, this scares me. And you see his eyes, like, completely excited and completely fearful at the same time.
Oh,
And he
Link,
just
don't be scared, we're here.
sits down and sits back in the sofa and stops moving. And you see his hand drop to his side, and the rod piece rolls out of his hand onto the floor.
I will immediately call for Devana, but I will use my healing high five on him immediately.
He hasn't taken any damage, so you don't have to
Just out of
expend it.
caution.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to expend it because it hasn't taken any damage.
Devana will immediately run over and do a medicine check.
Okay.
What is this item cursed? Maybe we need to look at the item.
Agnoth is going to take a look at the surroundings to see if anything has changed and generally try to figure out why he might have suddenly frozen like that.
You're not really from the medicine check, Devana. It almost seems like he is catatonic, very similar to the effect you've seen him have before with the narco sleepy, but it's perhaps maybe a bit of whatever excited him or panicked him or did the same, kind of almost put him in a catatonic state.
Oh, open the bag holding.
Oh, poor Link.
He's gonna be okay. We've seen
I'll
this
be
before.
I'll be nicer about it this time. I won't kick him in there.
Yeah, don't make me have to heal him when he gets out.
I'll blink and I'll find his favorite little stuffed owlbear that he sleeps with. I'll tuck that into his armor.
Very nice. Well, Minerva's like, well, is that piece of the rod different? I mean, does it have some kind of different kind of magic since
You don't
Link
know.
I don't know.
had
He
it?
said he couldn't figure it out, but I just figured that's because he's Blink.
Well, I look at the object because I kind of always think
Okay.
it's the object's fault.
It looks just like, well, I mean, each one of the crystal parts of the rod look a little bit different. But
Right.
it looks normal.
No tainted stuff on there. No, guess it's not the rod. We do have to figure things out, though.
I don't know. I mean, it's also supposed to tell us where we're supposed to go, and if we can't do that, we're kind of stuck here looking for that seventh piece.
I guess somebody else can read the rod?
You want to try to, Minerva?
Sure.
You pick up the rod piece and you almost instinctively know what caused this reaction to Blink.
Okay.
As you recognize that the seventh piece of the rod of 7 parts is located somewhere, the first layer of the 9 hells of Avernus, in a place called the Red Belvedere, a casino.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Blink. This was the perfect one for you to have. Oh, yes, of course.
You think this was overstimulation?
Yes, you definitely think it was some sort of overstimulation. As I said, the panic and the excitement that you saw in his eyes just might have been too much for him to bear.
Captain, you may want to figure out how much he's allowed for this trip. He might ask for more.
You know what? I'm just going to tell him it's a whole bunch, and then I'm not going to give him a whole bunch. But I'm going to have told him it was a whole bunch, so he's going to think it's a whole bunch. There you go. I'm going to change a bunch of silver into copper and let him go wild.
Smart, Captain.
I guess we better do some research on this. It was the Hotel Belvedere? I'm sorry, the what? The Belvedere?
The Red Belvedere, a casino located somewhere in Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells.
Now, Mitch, this is an interesting question, because, like, we've, hopping through this multiverse as we've been, and there's a couple of things that we've heard of and a couple of things that, like, we haven't heard of and need to study. What is our familiarity with something like Avernus?
Again, you'll probably have to rely on your arcana, your knowledge of arcana, and such like that. Milena says she'll watch over Blink. She'll fetch some, some cold towels and stuff like that, give them water and things, and we'll watch over him while he recovers. Mentions that again that Tasha and Illustrial and Mordekainen has given her leave to head out into Sigil to get anything that you need and all that. And of course, the library over here is at your disposal. To research anything you might need about where the location of the next rod piece is.
Okay, so Avernus isn't like a common enough thing that even from other planes we're just like, oh, that's hell.
Being that that you spent so much time in Neverwinter, and obviously, pardon me, my goodness, get those demons out, devils out. We're going to Avernus, and Agnoth, if I recall, had spent a lot of time in the Temple of Ogma, right? The House of Learning.
Yes.
You do know that a portion of Elturel had been pulled into Avernus not too long ago, which was a city far to the south of the Sword Coast. There were mentions of Zariel, a fallen angel that had laid a curse on Hellriders that were originally from Elturel, and that adventurers had gone down there to try to recover the portions of the city that had been basically kind of ripped from the face of Toril and brought to Avernus. You do know that is the first layer of the Hells. Go ahead.
Was that also where Elturel went, or was that a different one?
No, that's where Elturel went. Yes.
Okay.
The first level of Avernus.
Familiar surroundings.
Searching through the books and such in the library that you have access to, go ahead and give me some either Arcana checks, history checks, investigation checks if you're skilled with investigation, because these are basically going to be study checks that the equivalent of study checks in the newer rules. So whatever that happens to have in investigation, I would even allow perception checks for like search for books that might be on the topic.
Almost the same for me, except perception. So, hey, I think we're doing pretty well.
Nice. One of the first things you come across in the library is a book on what's a treatise of the Blood War. It talks about how Avernus, being the first layer of the 9 Hells of Baator, is a major battlefield for the Blood War, which is a raging conflict between demons and devils. It does seem that Avernus does have lie on a border with an entrance to the Abyss, and it is a raging conflict between demons and devils of the Abyss and the 9 Hells. It does mention that it's almost fruitless to fight every fiend that you would come across in Avernus. This conflicts invariably escalate as infernal combatants join in against interlopers in the 9 Hells. It does mention that cooperation with devils, who are the primary residents of the plane, is usually, it literally says, the lesser of 2 evils. You also find, with some more of the checks, a treatise or a codex talking about the environment of the plane, that Avernus itself is a hellscape in the most literal sense. That's actually in part of the writing, Agnoth. That you have the devils and the demons, and basically it's deciding which you think is the lesser and which ones might be the more powerful. But the Codex on the Environment talks about it being a ravaged battlefield littered with decaying carcasses and wrecked war machines. There is a perpetual haze, a foul haze that shrouds the skies. Ambient light swells above the horizon in grim mockery of a sunset. The sky is bereft of any celestial bodies. Searing gusts of wind blast across the landscapes. Of course, reeking ash and brimstone everywhere due to this perpetual smoky twilight. There's really no actual day or night in Avernus. Time passes as normal, however. It can only be really tracked by hour increments if you have the means to do so, like an hourglass or something of that nature.
Maybe I'll get one.
Druidcraft to know the time of day, things of that, same things like that. And then there was a book on history of Avernus, and of course, long ago, it's fabled and myth that Avernus was a tantalizing paradise created by the arch devil Asmodeus, or Asmodeus, depending on how you wish to pronounce it, to tempt mortals. However, the incursion of the river Styx and the hordes of demons ruined that paradise, leaving behind gore and destruction. Of course, Asmodeus, however you like to pronounce it, moved his prominence and the layer. He controls, of course, the whole 9 Hells as the archdevil of them all, but he resides on the 9th and final layer.
Devana's just walking around going, Asmodeus, 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 Asmodeus,
Which is precisely
Asmodeus,
why I pronounce it Asmodeus myself.
I never
Asmodeus.
pronounced it that way until you said it, but now that's the way I'm doing it.
Asmodeus.
Yes.
However, the stark recollection that you come to is that Tiamat and Das, you actually, with your 10, find out, as you remember coming into the world of Neverwinter with your companions when you met them, that what you know as Takesis is actually an aspect, or Tiamat is an aspect of Takesis, the five-headed progenitor of the chromatic dragons and many different realms, and embodies the vices of evil dragonkind. Her lair is located in Avernus, connected to numerous monuments and temples scattered across the hellscape.
Oh, that's fascinating. Das is not quite sure what to make of this. If this had been Das of, let's say, like immediately having been blipped over here, he would have been like, all right, let's go fight that bee. But
what? Are you getting ready to reveal some character growth from Das?
Well, I mean,
Nice.
considering the fact that he is considered that Das thinks of it as much as Takesis or Tiamat is not his favorite. He realizes that she represents a balance in the world that Vecna wishes to destroy in total. So, if he has to draw some authority and power from her to be able to defeat Vecna, so be it. He heralds her return much as he heralds all the others.
Fair enough. And Agnoth, you do, with your investigation check as well, looking through the books, as really you find a number of books and are able to lend this information, as well as Minerva and Devana. Even Das, speaking of Takesis and the version of Tiamat that he knows from his home world. You're also able to discover that there's a bit of eldritch energy that is the Nine Hells is drenched in eldritch energy, and Avernus actually warps magic used within its borders.
Doesn't sound good.
Like, for example, a mage hand might, instead of the invisible tentacle that you and that you're used to using, or the invisible tentacle that Minerva might use, the hand tends to take a shape of like a taloned claw. Spells like Magic Missile or Eldritch Blast would emit haunting wails when fired. That magic seems to be modified to demonstrate the corruption of Avernus. For anyone that uses magics there.
Here's a question. Seems like a pretty warm place.
Indeed.
Agnoth, you did something back in the tomb we were just in. I think there was acid flowing all over the floor, and you cast a spell that allowed us to walk all over it. You think we could do something like that for any of the fire? It's not something I can cast.
It would still burn you.
Yes, there are many places where there would be lava to be able to be walked. If you had a chance to walk across, like there are flowing rivers of lava, such like that. It does even mention that if you do encounter the river Styx, that it is best to not tarry long, as the river seems to have some sort of effect on memories.
Yeah, so maybe we should get some scrolls of that, and then, I don't know, maybe, we haven't asked for this before, but can you source potions of, like, fire resistance?
I'm sure we can buy them around here.
Of course, that is something you can put in for Elena to grab for you when she's out. You note that she has brought down a nice pillow and some blankets to lay over
For Blink.
and you see Blink's face twisted in some sort of like scare, as if he looked at something with a slight smile on his face. And she kind of closes his eyes and says that he rests.
I'm gonna lean in next to Blink and just go, ka-ching, ka-ching, shakba, shakba.
For chat, when we played the Call of the Netherdeep, there was a casino heist thing that they went on, and the casino's been a big thing. Even in the Bastions that the characters have created, Link has created a casino and is part of his Bastion as well. But one of the last things that you actually are able to pick up is about traversing the hellscape of Avernus, because it warps the senses, just the landscape itself, making distance fairly impossible to engage or to gauge. And from your knowledge of the portals, your portal, other than the astral realm, it really hasn't taken you. Well, the portal to Barovia did have a bit of different magics, very similar to the one that took you to the astral plane. But there's no telling where this portal, the portal here in the Sanctum, is going to deposit you in Avernus. So you'll probably have to find your way to the destination, and it does mention that magics that seek things are a bit muted. So you might get like a general direction. You can easily ascertain from that reading that the rod piece might give you a general direction, but not an exact pinpoint. It does mention more upon vehicles known as infernal war machines that make trips more manageable across the hellish wastes.
That could be useful.
Ridley, as you asked that perhaps to your companions about if you should fly or something of that nature, Agnoth and even you, along with Minerva and Devana's checks, from looking through, do note that there are several demons and devils that would be engaged in the blood war that fly. That might not be as safe as traveling across the terrain.
Not that it's bad to fly there, but
Yes, not that it's bad to fly.
Options is what we're looking for, I think.
Mm-hmm. So it might behoove you if you can get in there and find, you might find, like it did mention in some of the tomes, that there are wrecked war machines all over. So you might be able to find one, and perhaps with Agnoth's skill at tinkering and creating things, that might be able to perhaps repair one or commandeer one or something of that nature.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Devana also wonders if we should Heroes Feast now or look for an appropriate time to Heroes Feast before we go, once we're in there.
Give me a simple invite. Give me a simple insight check, Devana. You're very skilled with insight.
25.
You definitely feel that it might be better to wait, just because if this terrain it warps and the distances are skewed, it might be better.
Like an Eberron.
Yes, exactly. Remembering your trip through Eberron and how it was kind of not necessarily wasted, but expended a bit too early. That it might behoove you to maybe find the location of the Red Belvedere first.
And then
take your time to do so if need be.
Fancy lunch or dinner there. Okay. I share that with the group, so we will wait.
If we find it necessary that we all need fire resistance, I can wish for that on a day, you know?
We should indeed.
Gotcha.
Oh, good reminder though. I will actually cast.
Keep in mind that will give everybody permanent fire resistance.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't need a permanent. I'd rather get potions, but you know, I
No,
could
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you cast it before you, like today, and then you took a long rest before you left, you could
Yeah.
do it. You would have to roll, I believe. Like, let's look up wish real quick. I think things are working again.
Let's try to see it. You grant up to 10 features. You can see resistance to a damage type you choose. It, let's see.
Yeah, that's permanent.
Doesn't say anything about rolling it for it, unless it's further down.
Let's go choose something beyond the scope. Stress of casting a spell produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. After earning that stress each time you cast the spell until you finish long rest, you take 10 d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell. Damage can't be reduced or prevented. In addition, your strength drops to 3. If it is at 3 or lower already for 2 d4 days. For each of those days you spend resting and doing nothing more than light activity, your remaining recovery time increases. Finally, there's a 33% chance that you are unable to cast Wish ever again, if you suffer the stress.
So, wait. But that's for things that aren't on this list, or
No,
is that...
that's the stress of casting a spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell.
Okay.
Potions it is.
Strength.
Now keep in mind that also includes casting Wish from a spell slot or casting Wish from a scroll.
Okay, so your strength drives to see no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If you okay, all right, okay, so that's I didn't realize that. Yeah, so yeah, if we can get fire resistance potions, I think. I was totally doing that, but I didn't realize. Like I'm okay with taking the chance of if we're waiting for 2d4 days, but the other stuff is.
Yeah, there's a 33% chance that you're unable to cast it again. Is the scary part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this doesn't seem worth that.
Yeah, how much?
Something you can get a potion for doesn't seem worth.
Now the trade-off is an hour for the potion or permanent fire resistance.
Well, there's other things. Aren't there there's other ways of getting resistance?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's magic items and stuff, but those are like a singular.
Isn't there I know there's ace.
Well, yeah, let me pull that up just in case there's things you want to purchase.
Well, I know Agnoth has absorb elements, so he can, resist an initial attack, right? So if you have absorb elements, I'm just trying to think of other ways. That might be in our wheels.
Of course, there also might be items that you can pick up with your funds that Milena can find in Sigil for you as well.
Do the rings
but they're attuned.
require attune?
Yeah.
Rings of fire resistance, I do believe rings of resistance do require it.
I thought some of these didn't for some reason.
But there's some really cool,
Oh,
I had some really
they
cool
don't
items.
anymore.
I had some really cool items from when I was there. I had that really cool armor that gave you coals.
Yes, rings of resistance do require it.
How much would a ring of resistance cost us?
Your ring of resistance.
Fire resistance specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's fire shield is a way.
Probably Milena thinks that she knows a vendor. I know a vendor here in the city of Duels. Perhaps maybe 6,000 gold
And how much would it be for 12 fire-resistant potions?
Dragon scale mailers. No,
Potions, Iris. Thanks for a moment.
Do you know somebody that'd give us a discount on a bulk purchase?
Does Dot have a frost brand?
Perhaps.
He does.
You have it then.
Yeah.
Potions of resistance would be how much? If you wanted 10 of those, perhaps half the cost of a ring.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll chip in for that. I'll chip in 500 for potions of resistance.
Each potion would be 300 gold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I'll do 6. I'll buy 2 for myself. I don't want Captain to have to shoulder the whole cost.
I'll buy 2 for myself too.
I'll buy 4. 2 from you, 2 from me.
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm wondering if I have one already. Look at all my stuff. I should probably get some absorb elements scrolls too.
Agnoth has fire shield, he's not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Melania does mention to you that she did see a recent common magic item for sale in the bazaars. From what she understands, they don't require any attunement. But it is a bandolier that you can wear that allows you to access scrolls. Instead of keeping them in your pouches or your scrolls cases and such like that, it's a bandolier that you can wear over your robes, over your armor, etc. That will allow you to access scrolls that can hold up to 10 scrolls.
I'll take one.
How much are those?
They are 500 gold.
Ooh, I'll take one of those.
Yep, I'll take one.
Bandolier. Scroll bandolier? What's it called?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, bandolier of scrolls. Common magic item. Does not require attunement. Can hold up to 10 spell scrolls.
I'm not seeing it in the compendium.
It's not something I've made up.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's a homebrew item. Basically, if you fail any saving throw with an area of effect that causes elemental damage. Now, psychic obviously wouldn't matter, poison wouldn't matter, force wouldn't matter, but if it would be like acid, frost, fire, obviously, thunder, lightning damage, anything that's elemental, you failed an area of effect spell save for that, then you would have to make a spell save for the same saving throw of your save for each spell on that. Just a spell scroll on that, or it might be destroyed.
Okay.
Let's just note that we all have those, or the people who bought them have them.
And then note which spell scrolls are in there too, please.
Gotcha.
Absorb elements. And some other ones. Spell scroll. Share campaigns. A first level spell. It's only 75, so I'm going to get 4. Should have done that a long time ago.
Alternatively, 1,500 gold. You can get a Hewer's Handy spell scroll case. That as a reaction, you can open it to pull out a spell scroll that you need and be able to use the casting time of the spell, be a reaction or anything of that nature, to immediately find the spell scroll you need. It does require attunement, however, but it's protected. Anything inside is protected from outside sources. That would protect like a Hewer's Handy haversack or a bag of holding, things like that.
If one of us has it, can other people just grab things out of it?
No, it's because it requires attunement. Remind me to do a full write-up of those later.
Okay.
I did receive my High Folk Adventures today, so I'm going to be working on those.
This bandolier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just put it on my scroll sheets. So it's 10 scrolls.
Thinking about it, maybe Agnoth should get the 1500 GP version. It could have potential applications.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Yeah.
This is turning into a shopping.
Need counting 500
At the conclusion of every finding of the rod with the 7 parts, it does seem to come into a shopping thing.
Time to shop.
Yeah.
I
I
had
mean, you're in
one.
Sigil. I mean, what are we even do? How can you not?
Oh, I have 4 now. I already have one of those.
And of course, if there's anything else you're looking for, it might take a number, because it's going to probably take a couple of days for Milena to get all the potions and scrolls you asked for, all of your these bandoliers, and as well as the regular items. So if you have anything else you're looking for, either to upgrade that you might have already, or something that you don't have that you might be interested in finding, she can look for that as well.
Nothing specific, but I will use that opportunity to resummon Das Dragon.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to lose the spell slot to cast it on the day we head in.
Good. Just checking in on my sleepy boy.
He is resting peacefully. He still has that weird, odd look of fear and smile upon his face. Use any of your telepathic abilities that Minerva has and stuff. You see him, especially from the ching ching jackpot. You see like him visions of him like winning tons and tons of gold at slots, at different tables, at races,
He's winning.
at card games.
Good for him. Good to see somebody. It's like a dog having those happy
he's
dreams.
chasing
where
you.
they're like, chasing.
That's great.
Every once in a while, his with a fist, his arm shakes and he throws it up into the air and opens his hand wide, as if he's tossing dice.
communications one.
And of course, if there's anything else you wish to purchase, like spell components that will be consumed, things like that, you can totally do it as well.
Feel like we're okay on diamonds.
Yeah, I think we stocked up on those, and I got you. We've got a new bowl for Heroes Feast. We already got that.
Yep. I got that in my inventory.
Okay.
And those are my two big ones. I've got 2 things of diamond dust and 2 diamonds. So, actually 3 things of crushed diamonds and 2 diamonds. So I'm good for any realm of emergency there.
Nice.
So if I have to cast it more than that, we need to get out.
Yeah, right.
We need to leave. Mitch, both Minerva and I put it in chat, but I'm not sure if you saw it. We both wanted to purchase hourglasses.
Oh, yeah, those should be in the player's handbook at normal price.
Yep.
25.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted Mitch to know we had them, so.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything else that I need.
Yeah, I even had a good amount of healing potions from last time, so for Blink and myself. So
Yeah, and I topped off on while we were in Greyhawk.
Misty Step would be a good one to have. Spells. I don't know how it works there.
Well, Devana is ready anytime anybody else is, or when everybody else
Us
is.
as well.
But she does note that when she goes out over the next couple of days, she acquires all the items for you, all of your purchases, your potions, scrolls, your bandoliers, your steward's handy scroll case for Agnoth, etc. That she did hear word that there is a legendary item that is going up for auction
Oh my.
in the border town of Ribcage. That it was the sword of a holy knight that fought against wizards of Thay from a realm known as Toril.
Heard of them.
A holy relic sword.
Listening. Yes. Where is this from?
yes, tell me more.
You have our paladin's interest.
From what I understand, Melody says, from what I understand, the opening bids is 150,000 gold. I'm not sure how much coin you and your companions have, but I just thought it might be something of interest to inform you of.
How much is a platinum?
Better get winning.
Platinum's 10 gold,
Yeah.
I believe. But it might have changed it in 5th edition, man. Well, different editions coin.
So,
It's 10, 10,
sorry.
10, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, I'm sorry, how many gold pieces was it going for?
The opening bid was 150,000 gold.
Yeah, that's
She said
Yeah, little out of our price range.
She said it was something called an Holy Avenger.
That's just. It feels like it would probably be a bad idea to try to try to steal a Holy Avenger.
Side quest.
You're pretty tall,
She
but I
kind
don't
of-
know if you can reach what they're dangling for you.
She chuckles and kind of laughs. I said it was for auction, not for theft.
But it belongs.
On it. All right, well noted. Out of curiosity, did any of the Wizards 3 come back while we're...
They have not yet. They're out throughout the plains trying to find out if there's any other information they can find about Vecna, about what's going on. They're trying to speak with their spies and contacts throughout the multiverse themselves, trying to find out if there's anything that you can use. Mordenkainen is trying to find out if their research on the Rod of Seven Parts is going to work. Lustriel and Tasha have been looking to try to find exactly where this location is that Vecna is trying to produce this ritual. Yes, indeed, Agnoth. Ribcage is actually one of the border towns in the Outlands that would lead to Avernus.
Oh. Is that how... Well, wait. Okay.
In that case, sir, I'd love the Rod of the Pack Keeper +3, Blink says.
I'm trying to ask what he wants for Christmas. This is what he's telling me.
That does put a thought of curiosity in my head. How much would a Amulet of Devout +3 run us if I were to trade in my Amulet of Devout +2? I also
Kind of
have
assuming things like that weren't available for purchase, but
Yeah, well, I'm just well, we got somebody who knows people. I also have a Staff of the Adder that I could throw into that mix.
Staff
that's the only
of the
interest-
Adder. Oops, good type.
I think that's the only interesting thing I have to give up in my inventory.
She thinks you could probably, Milena thinks you could probably get maybe 900 to 1,000 gold for the staff on trade-in.
Okay.
For the Amulet of the Devout, it'd probably be about 20 grand. You want to get an
On
Amulet of the
top.
Devout +3.
Gotcha. On top of the staff and my Amulet of Devout +2, we need another
The
20.
Amulet of Devout +2 probably fetch you 2,500 gold in trade.
Gotcha. Still a little out of our price range right now, but something to recall for later, or think of for later.
The Rod of the Pack Keeper +3 being a similar value cost.
I figured I went a little crazy shopping this time, so not this time.
We did just crack tier 4. You know, we can go up one more level before that.
Maybe one level or two, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hell. Maybe I'll just find one.
Maybe.
You never know where you'll find it.
I'm sure they have amulets of the devout laying all around, all over in hell.
Well, I might be more likely to find one than you. But
They did mention there were desiccated corpses everywhere.
they're not using them.
Just pluck one off of a dead cleric somewhere. I'm sure that won't be cursed.
All right, so when you're ready to head through the portal, we'll take, we'll say 3 days for Milena to go through and use for contacts and everyone she can that she knows about to purchase the items for you.
Sure, we don't want to go through that city, that town called Ribcage to Avernus. That's not just as easy way to go.
You can always come back too. Come back through there if you need to.
Noted. Maybe there'll be 100,000 gold pieces in hell as well too.
I mean, depends on what you find in Avernus. Never know.
Yeah. Taking off my DOS hat. What is it? I think is it Mineros? Mineros is the one that's all about trade. The level of hell. It's all about trade.
I think so.
It's Mammon, right?
Mammon is the leader there. Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Put my
Das,
DOS.
I want you to know
I
that
mean,
you
we
can
do
have a
have.
sixth of all the gold I
I
find.
we do have Pip Yap's guide. We do.
Yes. Side trip over to the third level of hell to get a loan. I'm sure that won't be a problem.
And that is the other thing too. Also, that you can easily surmise through all of the texts is that devils are all about contracts.
Right.
Before we go, Devana
Always
reminds
check the
everyone.
fine print.
Yeah, Devana reminds everyone there will be no soul selling for stuff.
No, who would just sign over something like that without considering the ramifications or the consequences?
Right.
No selling of souls. That's Devana's rule for going into hell.
You hear the omniscient voice that Blink often hears in his head say, "Aww." Me at the
I think I've got to start questioning some things.
Devana's not judging choices in the past. She's just setting the ground rules for this trip.
Am I
Understandable, yes,
a
understandable.
bad guy? No. Okay.
All right, here's everyone is ready.
Yep.
After a couple of days, everything comes back. You're all well rested. 17th level, mechanically, ready to go. It seems that my kitten, my 5-month-old kitten now, this weekend it'll be 5 months old, is ready to attack with you as he's attacking his tree here. So that might be what you hear in the background. As you step through the portal sigil, you emerge along a shelf in a mountainside cliff. Shrieking gusts of hot air assault your senses as you step into Avernus. Miasmic clouds roil over a ravaged landscape of broken rocks, bleached bones, and jagged metal below you. The dusty atmosphere itself reeks of sulfur and tar.
Minerva has her violet-scented handkerchief over her face.
And who is holding the sixth piece of the rod?
Minerva,
Blink
did you
is
take it
in
from...
the bag of holding with you.
Last touch by Minerva, I think.
Yeah, it was last touch by me.
Okay. It does point that the rod of seven parts does point away from the mountains and down the cliff, where a rough path skirts the cliff's base. And we will find out what's there on the other side of the ad break, as we do have an ad break coming up. So take the time to stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, etc. And we will see you on the other side of the ad break, so please stick around. Be back in a few. right, we're back on the side of the ad break. Players are returning. To go fetch myself a cocktail. I am using a Return to Avernus glass, D&D glass. Since we are going to Avernus, Steve.
Yep.
I thought it was very apropos to have a adventure where you're heading into Avernus for a horror week.
Why? What's scary about Avernus?
Right? It's only the first day of the Nine Hells. A reminder, we will be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, for some 7 Days to Die, the zombie apocalypse. And tomorrow night, we'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern with some Dead by Daylight. We'll also be showing off the new Maggie skin. That's a legendary skin for Michonne. So we'll have Maggie from The Walking Dead as one of our survivors that we'll be able to use tomorrow night for that stream as well. All right, looks like everyone is back. As you look down again, the air itself just dusty. Again, Minerva pulling out her scented kerchief to put over your face. Again, the area reeks of sulfur and tar. The easiest way to describe this for those in chat is just think of the smell of rotten eggs, just permeating the air around you. Looking down the mountainside and the cliff face of which you're kind of standing on top of, you do see a rough path kind of skirting the cliff's base. Looking out, you see just a dust of red clouds all around. In the distance, you also see what appears to be dust being picked up by something, and you hear like a wailing of tortured souls coming in this direction, down towards the base of the mountainside upon which you stand.
Those people don't sound like they're having a very good time.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's good. Das is going to immediately mount Das Dragon and sort of kick him off the air and try to scout a little bit ahead to see what it is that's causing such noise.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
Can you remind us what kind of magic they said is wonky here?
They didn't really. There wasn't really that any magic necessarily didn't work.
Distance.
It was just distances were hard to tell.
I call out to Das to remember that, like, because in Eberron it was kind of hard flying.
Yes, so I will actually, because of that, I will give Das advantage on checks because of that, because of your knowledge of having experienced it before. It's a little different, but very similar in the way that the world around you warps as you take flight. But the rest of you can easily see ways to get down the cliffside without any problem. Of course, a simple Featherfall spell would take you down there as well, if you want to do that, or you can just climb down.
That'll be boring, climb down.
As you kind of wheel above with Brazen, you see that out of that red dust cloud that's kind of barreling in this area is an angular metal vehicle about 10 feet in height with spiked tires. And you see hellfire kind of roaring from its engines. You hear the tortured screams issue from its furnace as it's got a big furnace stack on the back, and the vehicle kind of slows to the halt, seeing you kind of circle overhead and seeing your companions coming down the side of the mountain.
Oh, this is absolutely mad.
Absolutely mad.
Yeah. You haven't played Descent into Avernus?
No, I haven't, but evidently I've been missing out.
Actually, you have played the Season 10 or the Season 9 adventures with me, yeah.
Yeah, we played some of those, but yeah. It's only Mad Max.
The vehicle kind of slows to a halt, and from your height up here, above on Brazen, Das, and your companions, as they kind of make it down to the base of the cliff, you see in the dust, the red dust clouds kind of start to settle down around this rather large metal vehicle. You see a winged silhouette kind of jumps out and waves at you.
She seemed friendly.
That's a weird reaction. Alt, who are you? What is this infernal contraption? Why are there people screaming inside?
You kind of fly down with Brazen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's got horns. I kind of like her,
Yes?
so I'm kind of inclined to that. All right, continue.
Relax, travelers. And she kind of takes a look back, and as she looks you over, she kind of looks around, and her face seems to be a bit impressed. As the machine pulls up to a stop and the cloud settles around it, this indeed does appear to be one of the infernal war machines that was mentioned in the codices and tomes that you researched in the sanctum. You do note that there does appear to be an outside area that can hold people in like an open air area on the upper part of the vehicle. There does seem to be a larger area compartment, like perhaps maybe a cockpit or something like that inside the vehicle from which this creature has emerged. First of all, before she answers your questions, anyone that has Arcana or Religion, feel free to give me an Arcana or Religion check.
I'm not that kind of cleric. It is so weird that they made religion int. It's just so weird.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I beat Agnoth on that roll.
Right? You did roll 12 lower.
I know. I know. It's like I have to get a nat 20 to beat him on the roll.
The first thing you note is that they are Irinis. They are Irinis, which are devil. That
We did
have
notice this.
a bit of higher standing within the Nine Hells. You do, of course, know that the Nine Hells does have a very rigid hierarchy.
That was my question. Yeah. Do we
Yeah,
know about the
that defines every aspect of the society. Of course, Asmodeus is the supreme ruler of all of them. But you definitely know that Irinis kind of hold a bit higher stature amongst the hordes of fiends that fight in the blood war against the demons that try to incur from the abyss.
Nice machine you have here.
Well, thank you, mates. You look to be prime sex. What are you doing here in the wasteland?
Well,
Sorry, what'd you call us?
Prime. Das is very annoyed by that.
Prime sex?
Prime sex.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah.
Yeah, sex and meat from the prime.
Wow.
I see now.
I mean,
we're
I think I was just trying to make sure I heard it right.
Naki is the name. What are you doing here on the in this hell-forsaken wasteland?
Well, we were.
Pretty
Or
nice.
hell blessed, depending upon how you look at it, she says, and she kind of chuckles a bit. You see her tail kind of whipping back and forth.
We were headed toward the Red Belvedere. Have you heard of it?
Oh, everyone knows the Red Belvedere.
Yeah?
Of course.
Good gambling there?
Depends. If you got the talents.
if there's a regular who goes there often, do they call him Mr. Belvedere?
Not that I know of.
Shame.
They should.
Rumors have it there was a horrible play about a butler that was named after.
So did you say talent or talons?
Talons.
Like,
What is it? I guess in your prime sack world it'd be called chips.
Oh.
oh, okay. Okay.
So is Blake stirring in the bag? Yeah.
The back starts to wriggle a little bit.
Yeah, like,
Well.
how far is?
Get the tips. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just gonna ask how far the casino was.
Pretty far. You need help to get there. You see a devilish smile come across her face.
If you happen to be offering.
Yeah,
what
would you give it a ride?
Don't trust.
Man,
No soul selling for rides.
Yeah.
See, we've been out here searching the wastelands, harvesting scrap metal and other valuable materials. But we have been searching for additional crew members to aid us in our latest score, if you'd be interested. Perhaps if you give us a bit of aid, we might give you some as well.
If it gets us there quicker, what do you say, Captain?
What kind of aid are you looking for?
That's what I would like to know, is what kind of aid.
Well, see, we've been able to take down a Goristro, and kind of glances over at Das, and kind of like her eyes kind of like come back a bit as she says, a Minotaur-like demon, carries out demonic legions, rare treasures through the battlefields of the Blood War. And basically what we need is someone to focus on the Goristro while we take out the soldiers on its back and gather what we've been looking for the school.
And we didn't fight. No, we fought a Glabrezu. We haven't fought a Goristro. Yeah, okay.
Glabrezu before, yes.
Hey, what? They're spelled somewhat similar. They can't be that bad, right? Right? I look at everybody else.
Do I know what a Goristro is?
Just with your passive arcana, you do know what a Goristro is. It is a massive demon, but you really haven't encountered one before. Obviously, most demons are either immune or resistant to fire, same as devils. A lot of them have resistance to poison, to resistance or immunity to poison. But if it's a Minotaur-like creature, obviously looking at Das, you know that their horns probably have some effect on them, but that's pretty much all you know, really.
So, and we know that enough about the Blood Board. Go like, hey, so you're devils, those are demons, so they're the bad guys in Avernus, right?
Did you say that to her?
Well, I'm asking like I know this, right?
Yeah. She's talking about a demon. Yes, obviously demon.
Yeah. So like yes, of course you want to.
You see, there's this Goristros. In all, we discovered he's in this area, and might have a bit of friends with him. But we're looking to take out our score. Our mark is what they carry.
And what is that score?
That's none of your concern. That's our concern.
Oh, okay.
If you help us with them, we get our pay. We take you. And the wonderful Beatrix, and she kind of turns back and like waves her hand at this massive infernal war machine behind her. Says, we'll take you and the Beatrix directly to the front steps of the Red Belvedere.
Very kind.
So they valet.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. They valet.
And then I'll
Go ahead.
do the like the mind for Minerva for some like telepathy, and kind of like, listen, we've been going to these places, and every time we're like, oh, I hope we're helping the right people, but I mean, we're in Avernus, so I don't really think there's right people to help. But if this gets us there, I think we should just do it.
Yeah, there's one. I'm like, yeah, and we're like in like on the devil side. So these are, people that aren't supposed to be here that they're getting rid of. So it seems like if we want to be on the right side, if there was one, this is it.
And she looks directly at the two of you, and she kind of looks back and forth and goes, in your heads, in your minds, she goes, you don't think I can hear you talking?
Shit.
She can't.
Sorry.
She can't hear me talking. Because I have
Fair
a
enough, yeah,
ring
true.
of
That's true. You do have the ring of mind shit. No, she looks
might hear Ridley.
She looks at Ridley and says, you don't think I can hear you talking?
Lady, if you know me for any period of time, this is the first of many times you're going to regret being able to hear me talk.
she laughs. Says, well, do me a favor, would you?
Hmm?
Tell your
Can I help?
partner to keep his knickers on, to keep his soul sheathed. Help me no harm. Just conducting
Oscar's
business
underwear?
here.
And I say, I think we very much operate under the don't start nothing, won't be nothing, but if something pops off, we'll be more than ready to help.
Yep.
Then we will completely acquiesce to aiding you if you aid us.
Sounds great. Can I drive?
No. However, just because we've come to an accord doesn't mean there aren't no specifics that we have to take care of.
Oh, sure.
And you see her kind of flip her hand around and snap her fingers, and a metal sheet appears in the air.
Oh no. No.
A metal sheet.
We know. I know it. No.
And you see it kind of comes out with a little chisel and hammer kind of floating there as well. And it starts chiseling. The hammer and chisel start kind of like a typewriter starting to type on the metal sheet.
Oh, can't we just, give our word and all that?
We'd like to keep things cash.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that you prime sacks don't understand. We keep our word. He leans forward and says that.
Are you
So do
suggesting we don't?
Devana almost said that in echo with DOS.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that this ensures that we all do.
Devana starts counting how many people are on the ship.
You see just
we knew what we were signing up for.
You see Nikea.
Just her? Okay.
Do you have anything like a ring of mind shielding or anything, Devana?
No,
Okay.
I do not.
She kind of looks over to you and she kind of
out trying to see how many people are on the ship.
She kind of looks over to you and says, wink. She kind of winks at you and says, no frets. We've got more pressing things here.
So
Look, you can read it. You can understand it. We're not trying to do anything. We're not trying to steal your souls. Unless, of course, you go back on your word.
Well,
And if we do follow your word, and she looks directly to Das, and then back to Devana, who kind of echoed one another. So long as you follow your word, nothing ill will happen to you at all.
Egnoth is focused on the writing going on, trying to work out what's actually in the terms and conditions.
Do you speak or read Infernal?
No, so I think that may cause me some trouble.
I think, but somebody does. We know that the captain can speak.
Oh, Captain, yeah, Captain can read every language.
Yep.
And sorry, go ahead.
Devana will put guidance on Agnoth to figure all this out, and will mumble under her breath, "Won't sell my soul. Not signing anything with souls in it."
I don't know. Do you have to get everyone's signature on this, or just the captain of the party?
She kind of looks around at you, and she gets a nice smirk, and she kind of looks Minerva up and down, and like kind of smiles. I'll tell you what. I know that there are some here who are a bit nervous about keeping their words, she says, kind of chiding, glancing definitely at Devana and Das.
Snap.
So, you can keep their names off. But they don't get no part of the reward.
So we don't get dropped off at the door?
No, you get dropped off as their companions.
But if we get anything, if we get a part, you mean we're going to get a percentage of the score? Is that
Well,
what you're saying?
we get to keep their percentage.
Fine, you keep our percentage. Or
Right.
my percentage. I'm assuming you agree with me there.
Or how about this? We work. You have a fine vessel here in front of you. That's great. Clearly, we have introduced ourselves. I am the captain. These are the 10 eels. Clearly, I have a vessel as well that I could put up as collateral here. And we can just go on our way as if though, if we go against our word, you have the pink slip to our vessel.
Who's your vessel?
Yes, our vessel is a seafaring vessel, quite large, 3 masts, might say. It's called the Wrath of Stumpy. Don't ask, it's kind of an inside joke the crew, the 10 eels, and I share.
You hear a bit of chuckling from her, and you actually hear some more chuckling from inside the Benetrix. We put the name of the vessel, or the name of the vehicle out for you. Look, I don't mean any insult. Do any of you speak or read Infernal?
The captain.
That's me.
That would be you, yes? And she points directly to Renly.
That is me.
There. And just as she speaks that, the chisel and hammer on the steel plate, the dark, like the very dark steel plate, she just takes it out of the air and passes it over to you.
Well, I would like to read it.
Sure. As you read it, it basically says that your company, in exchange for their company, escorting you taking you there via the Venetrix to the Red Belvedere, is going to help them to get their latest score, which is an object of that they will take possession of. That is going to your part of doing this will be to engage a Goristro and any companions he might have directly with him, while they take out those that might be with them, protecting what they are after.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't say
There's
they can't leave it
there
stranded,
is
right?
no treachery from them involved. They will not in any way back out of this agreement. However,
They're not going to abandon us at all.
and they're not going to abandon you. They will even add that if you mention that, like back and forth,
Yep.
they will add that addendum in there. However,
Okay.
if anyone turns on them, your souls will be forfeited in the form of a soul coin. they may take possession of.
See, this is where it gets real dicey because you tell us there's a bunch of stuff about what you're doing that isn't our business, but if we turn on you, we forfeit our souls.
Nope. Devon, nope. Nope.
You're not
that
signing.
wouldn't turn
You're
on
not
you
signing.
if you attack us.
She looks to. No, it already says in there that they would not attack you.
I still feel like there's a loophole there.
Devana won't sign anything that forfeits her soul.
Oh,
You don't have to say.
It doesn't have your name on it. It does not have Devana or Das's name on it.
Okay.
We're just very protective.
But it does mention that whatever Devana or Das's share of the coin would, or whatever coin or reward would be, because they don't know all of the like treasure and stuff that the Goristro and his crew might have. But any share of that would be forfeited. Any share of that would go to Das or to Devana would instead default to Nakia and her crew, just as her crew. And it also does stipulate that you are not members of her crew, you are subcontractors.
Does it? Can I insight it? Do I think that it all seems like above board as long as we
Give me an insight check.
attack them? Yeah. Not that I agree.
Do it with disadvantage, though, because you can't read Infernal.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that can I have read it through Renly's mind?
Sure. Yes, you totally can. Yes, you totally can then.
Okay. So if that's way
Without disadvantage,
there we
it
go.
is completely on board.
Okay.
You literally would have to basically go back. You would have to go back on your word to help them in order to fail this, and they are not. There's no. There's aggression clauses in there. They are not going to be aggressive towards you at all. You literally have to take down the Goristro and any of his immediate entourage, while they take down the rest of while the Iranese take down the rest of the crew that might be protecting the package that they're looking for.
So, like Minerva's just thinking back of playing all the sides in, back in Port Damali, the pirates and the,
Your insight of 23 recognizes that the pirates of Port Damali would be eaten alive by the the skills of these devils in Avernus.
No, I'm just saying that it just reminds her of having to do those skills, and so she's she's used to dealing with the honor among thieves thing. So that's what I'm saying. So she's kind of okay, I get this. It's it's even if you're antagonistic towards each other, if you're going against a common enemy, you work together.
Everyone also give me an insight after Minerva. I mean, Minerva, if you want, you can kind of relay this to your companions and stuff like that with your telepathy and stuff. But everyone give me an insight.
I will
including Das and Devana as well.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, that's weird.
Devana has a million questions, what if we fail? What if her crew gets killed? What if she and her crew get killed of no fault of our own? Right? This does not, Devana does not think that this says enough about what this entails to forfeit souls.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Keep our end of the bargain is what if we don't divert them? What if they're screw you guys, I'm going after the ship? Does that mean we didn't keep up our side of the deal? There's too many things outside of our control. Devana's uncomfortable, but she will do what the captain thinks is best.
So
but she's
just hearing all those concerns will be can all those be added? Can these questions be added to this?
Well, first of all, we're gonna have everybody. Before that, let's have everyone make their insight checks for me. So Devana's, we have Caps, we have Agnos, we have Das. I need one for Renly, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I need one for.
I'm in there.
Up there, 23.
Oh, that was the first.
Minerva
that was the first.
above, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first insight check, though.
Oh, you want me to do another?
Yeah, I need a second one.
Okay. I didn't know I had to reroll another one. Okay.
Yeah, this is for something different. Perfect. Okay. You all feel a wave. Again, you see in a distant realm a dark cavern, dark chamber, something of that nature, where you see what you now recognize as the form of the lich god Vecna, pulling weaves and taking secrets from the air and the arcane energies that surround them. And you realize there are no secrets that you're going to find in Avernus.
Interesting. Because everything's so above board with these contracts.
Exactly. And every concern you mentioned, Ivana, Akio is like, oh, you're very interested in this contract with not having to sign it. I'll tell you what.
I'm very invested in the souls of my group.
I completely understand. I've been very invested in your soul as well. However, we will acquiesce to any amendments and addendums that you wish to add to such. We just want to protect ourselves as well, just protecting, your endeavor in this as well.
Of course, and as this is above board and everything, I think it's not trying to be crude and talk in our heads, but if you'll give me just one moment to confer with the eels here.
Of course, and I will even stay out of your conversation.
Thank you.
But I will step
think
inside to make preparations. And she smiles, and you see her climb back onto the Vitatrix. And feel free to discuss.
Right. Devana Das, if you don't want to sign it, I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
If anybody else doesn't want to sign it, I think that's totally fine. I'll see if I can convince them to just let me sign it. But it's all kind of a moot point. Because, you can't sign it away twice. You know what I mean?
Well,
I get it.
I don't mind. The reward would be worth something. We could use that.
I'm sorry, the what could be worth something?
That the reward could be worth something. We could probably use it.
No, nothing's worth our souls except maybe all the magic that Renly got with his captain already. Devana doesn't want to insult Renly's prior decisions.
Oh yes, of course. But I wouldn't know.
Reminds the group.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that nothing's worth your souls. It just Devana's vote is for walking, but she will do as the group that wants. But she will put in her vote for just walking.
Which is funny because
again, if everybody wants to, she won't protest any further.
I also totally knew that Devana and Das would be totally for walking.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Or flying.
no.
Yeah, in this case, Das is flying. Das is make all the deals you want, make all the sort of devilish stuff you want. He'll fly along in the same direction you're all flying in, but he's having nothing doing with these folks.
I also am like, I do have wind walk. It works for 8 hours. We'll be perfectly safe clouds that we could just travel.
Will there? Are there safe clouds?
Can Das Dragon also carry Devana?
You notice black clouds going above your heads in the sky above, again, covered in sulfurous clouds above. You see, again, a mockery of what looks like a sunset on all the different horizons that you look about. And every once in a while, you see belching out of them meteorites that land, even like just a few 100 yards away from you, in fiery explosions. And again, that scent of sulfur and tar in your noses, save for Minerva's.
Yeah, right.
Devana, I have a feeling that your signature doesn't need to be on here. But mine does, or nothing's.
I'll do what you think is best, Captain.
You keep your soul safe and keep it off of this piece of paper.
You and Das don't have to worry about it. Das will be on his dragon. You don't even have to ride on the thing. I don't know. I think it would be fun to ride on that weird contraption.
Well, yeah, Brazen's easily large enough for Devon to ride with Das.
Excellent.
Yes. Come with me. The virtuous ones.
Minerva raises an eyebrow.
but you don't totally disagree, right?
Do not disagree whatsoever. She's not virtuous. She's never claimed to be.
And as Renly signs the contract, he'll think to himself.
Hold tight before you sign, though.
Oh,
You get to the
okay.
point where you know, like after you're done speaking with your companions, like he is still waiting. And as you come back, she goes, "Is there any addendums after your parlay?"
I don't think so.
I mean, not more than what we've just said. Like
That-
that, if things were out of our control, we still have tried, right?
Oh, those are in there. Most of it is also saying that if you tried without, you know, proper means to actually try, like basically, if you just like, oh, I can't help with that, those type of provisions are already written in there. Same thing on their side. They're going to do the best to defend you and keep you alive as well.
All right.
Then I think we are ready to proceed with the paperwork.
All right, so that means Agnoth, Minerva, and Captain Renly are going to sign, but Das and Devon are not.
And they don't know about our secret weapon in the bag of holding.
Exactly. They don't. There's one person they don't know about.
Yeah.
Oh, they
And,
know about him.
Oh, they know. They're not going to sign it.
Only Minerva's mind is closed off.
Right. That's right. Should have put out the ring on him while he was sleeping.
Seems she has a co-parent in this bag.
So you ready to sign?
Yeah, and I'll like grab ready to sign and kind of smirk and chuckle to myself and be like, I really hope I'm right, considering I don't know anything about the actual rules or conditions to my pact. Sign away.
As you sit down to sign the, everyone sits down to sign the contract. She will sign it first. She pulls out a jagged, serrated dagger, swipes it across her hand of her opposite hand. Summons a black-shaped feathered quill. Give me a Arcana check or History check, or Nature. I'll give you Nature too.
Oh, not good.
These are all terrible. Let's do nature just to be fun.
I'm making the DC a little bit lower because of the fact that you've seen one of these creatures before, but it was in bone form, not in actual form. You note that is a Vrox feather.
Oh.
The demon, of course, that she's using to sign, and she dips the quill in her own blood, and she signs on the bottom of the steel the dark steel, infernal steel contract, and then she passes the quill to you.
I take the quill and motion to dip it in her wound.
She looks at you and she's like, "Look, you're pretty, but I know you're not that stupid."
Oh, dang. You know, I thought I might just get you off, reflex. And I'll take my +2 dagger.
And she kind of whispers to you, "Perhaps at another time."
The hell's is nice. And I slit my palm a little bit and get a little bit of ink. Sign away.
All right.
Is that literally like, do you bleed ink?
So
Sorry.
he bleeds blood, which is what he needs to sign.
Oh no, but I just thought maybe you just bleed ink, the like black ink,
That would be Agnoth.
I call it that. It's just because I'm moody.
Like squidding.
Yeah,
Squidding.
Like, oh, that's nice. From the tentacles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
Ridley signs Minerva Agnoth.
Yep, but so I have to like give my blood, huh? I pull out a pin from my hair and I prick my finger, stick it back, and I'll use it. Do I have to use the quill or can I just sign with my finger?
The quill, please.
So I dip the quill into suck up the blood on my finger, and I sign.
Okay.
Like, it would be really interesting to become an object after all this.
Actually, if you want to give me an Arcana check, Minerva, you can feel free to do so. And same thing for Agnoth. Agnoth, while she's making that check, are you ready to sign as well?
Yeah, Agnoth, I think, while this has been going on, has been kind of trying to fashion like a kind of needle that you'd use for like drawing blood.
Of course, yeah. You can easily do that. With your tinker tools, all of that, you can easily do. Might be something to keep on handy.
Yeah, use that in combination with the feather and uses that to do the signing.
All right. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check as well while you're signing, since Minerva had kind of, was musing about the idea of a coin. A soul coin. Know, for your characters to know what a soul coin is. You both have heard of them. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you real quick to give you a little bit of insight of what a soul coin is. Of course, if you fail to abide by the contract, your soul will be taken into a soul coin. A soul coin is about 5 inches across and about an inch thick, each minted from infernal iron, which you can tell is what this dark steel, dark iron material is that you're signing the contract with. Basically, each one binds a single soul to the coin. Because each soul coin has a unique soul trap within it, each has a story. You can only hold a number of soul coins. When you hold a soul coin, you can feel the soul bound within it. Usually they're overcome with rage, fraught with despair, and other emotions that the soul would exude. Evil creatures can carry as many soul coins as they wish. Good or neutral creatures can carry a number of soul coins equal to or less than their constitution modifier, mechanically. If you carry more soul coins than that, you will have disadvantage on your attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. A soul coin has 3 charges. A creature carrying the coin can use its action to expend a charge from a soul coin. You either do one of the following things: drain life, you siphon away some of the soul's essence and add a d10 temporary hit points to yourself. You can query the soul in the coin. You can telepathically ask the soul a question and receive a brief telepathic response, which you always understand. The soul only knows what it knew in its life, but it must answer you truthfully and to the best of its ability. You can cast spells like remove curse or other spells that will remove a curse on a soul coin, but will free the soul trap within. It does expend all of the coin's charges. The coin rusts from within, destroyed once the soul is released. A soul can also be freed by destroying the coin it contains. But unfortunately, you must either destroy it by a weapon that's basically what's known as a hellfire weapon, or burn it in an infernal war machine's furnace. And that's kind of what you glean from it as Agnoth signs the last signature on the contract. And then as you hand back the Varrock's feather to Nakia, says, and as she looks at the contract, and then she looks back to Ridley. And she hands you back the feather. And she looks down and she turns it back over. You see the Blink's name is on there as well. He's your man.
Oh, have to sign.
Yeah, I'll let him sign when he wakes up. I'm not going to do that for him.
We can't continue.
He's unconscious.
Hey, Devana says, I'll take the bag of holding on with me and Doss. With him in it. He can come with me and Doss.
I will forfeit his share as well. Fair enough, fair enough.
He doesn't carry it anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't want it anyway.
God, you see her kind of add another addendum with the chisel and a hammer. It says, then we have an accord. Let's go fucking kill some demons, she says. You see her teeth, her sharpened teeth come out, and you hear the Beatrix start to roar to life. And she invites you all aboard. As you get on, you do note that the helm, as you had mentioned driving it, Captain Renly, she says perhaps once you get used to it, but she'll show you how to drive it. You do note that the helm, and as you all she does say that there is a room for one person in the main section of the war machine itself. Everyone else will either have to, I guess Das and Devana is flying with a bag of holding with Blink in it. So Agnoth and Minerva can sit in the area that's kind of the open air area outside of the machine. But they will allow Captain Riley to come into the section where 4 medium-sized creatures or smaller can really fit inside there. And as you get inside there, Ridley, you do see that there are 2 other Iranis inside, her companions.
Hello.
She does introduce them as Kypris. And Mikhail. Names there in chat. Nakia does mention that she's, the lead of the group. She's the engineer and driver. I'm sorry, she's the leader and the kind of the face of the group. Kypris is their unflappable engineer and driver. Then Mikhail is their weapons specialist. Looking about, especially where Agnoth and Minerva are, you see that there are a couple of weapons that are mounted on the war machine itself. One of them does appear to be a harpoon gun. There are actually 2 of them appear to be harpoon guns, where you would aim them off of the back of the infernal war machine. You do note that there are a number of different harpoons down there. Some of them have chains attached to them. Like if you wanted to use a harpoon gun to perhaps maybe lash out to a creature or another vehicle, you could capture, hit it with a harpoon that has a chain on it. There are also just a few other normal harpoons there to fire off. But you also notice that there appears to be a writhing humanoid torso.
What?
Which appears to have a barbed hand crank between its shoulder blades. And after a few moments, as Brindley's kind of getting the tour inside of where the cockpit is, basically the helm, Mikhail does come out and show you, here's what you got to do. And he starts cranking the crank between the shoulder blades of the humanoid torso and starts emitting a wail, like a scream that bursts off in the direction that he aims the torso.
Agnoth is shaking his head while laughing at the absurdity of it.
It's called an infernal screamer, he says.
A very apt name.
And Das and Devana, you've kind of taken flight on Brazen up above to follow the Venatrix as it starts to head out across the wastelands of Avernus. And Rinley inside with Nakia and her engineer. Is ready to go.
In my mind, I'm going, I should have walked. I should have walked. I should have walked. I should have walked. And I'll be like, oh yeah.
And you see her pull,
rip it and rip it.
You see her pull out one of those soul coins that Minerva and Agnoth had mentioned as such when they were signing. Drops it into a narrow slot. And the vehicle's furnace starts to consume and expends the soul coin's soul inside, destroying the coin in the process. And the infernal war machine screeches to life with the souls of that and the soul coin crying out as it's obliterated. And the engine roars, the furnace burns, and the infernal war machine, the Venatrix, starts its fast and eldritch magical flight, well, not flight, but movement across the wasteland of the Avernus. Screams of anguish audible all around you. And that is where we will end the session for tonight.
Woohoo!
Welcome to Horror Week,
Crank it
everyone.
up.
Welcome to Horror Week. And other than the contract, that's all actually in the adventure.
Fine.
Nice.
But yeah, great job, everyone. So the next session we have is scheduled for, I believe, November 18th. We usually have the first Tuesday off of the month, and then the second Tuesday of next month is my wife's birthday, so we're going to be taking that Tuesday evening off. So the November 18th. We'll have a discussion in our chat about the upcoming dates and stuff like that on the Discord server. If you haven't had a chance to join the Discord server, click on the About Us section below, click on the Discord panel, or click the link in chat to join the Master of Dungeons Community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive gaming community. And our next set game for Vecna Evil Ruin is Tuesday, November 18th, 8:30 Eastern PM. Tomorrow, we will be back 11 a.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern for some 7 Days to Die and some Dead by Daylight, continuing our horror week in honor of Halloween. So definitely swing right by if you can there. We'll hang out tomorrow and have some fun with that as well. Anyone have anything else to say before we sign off?
Thanks. Happy Halloween.
No, thank you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, and in the words of Captain Rinley in Roll20 chat, the Hells is not a nice place. It's not nice.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out tonight. If you have a chance, check out the socials, the links in the About Us section below. Give us a sub on YouTube if you would. It's free to do. You can catch up on all of the D&D campaigns. Maybe give us a like on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you could, share the YouTube videos with your family and friends. Like and comment on them. Merch store is also open. Anything you purchase from that will directly help support the channel. We also have a wish list below for Roll20 to help out with some of the D&D streams. And, of course, the link to the DM's Guild is available for some of the products that I have been a part of creating for Dungeons & Dragons. But thanks for hanging out tonight. We very much appreciate it. We love all of you. And until we speak again, hopefully tomorrow, happy adventuring. Take care, all.